Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World. And yeah, I'm back from vacation, so now I can start covering the topics I kind of missed in the past week. And the first one is going to be the dev notes that I'm going to talk about in this video, which are going to give us some context on what we're going to get for our anniversary and also the update we already got last week. So yeah, that's mainly what I'm going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to make videos on Baragarb and the like last week update. Uh, I think probably tomorrow or something like that. And then, yeah, I'm also going to cover the topic of which unit you should pick for the SSR Plus and SSR units in the anniversary based on where you're more or less what your situation looks like, basically. But yeah, that video is probably going to take a couple of days to make, I would say. And I mean, it's not like I see a lot of posts of people asking which SSR Plus they should pick, etc., etc. But I mean, we're still 1 week away, guys. There is no rush. We have no choice to make until then. So I will take just a couple of days to organize my thoughts and put them maybe in a more easy to understand format. I will try to create a new tab in the spreadsheet that's only going to be temporary in that case, because it's only for the anniversary, but at least I have something to show during a video, explain my logic behind it, and then you can access it anytime in my spreadsheet, if it makes sense. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started with the dev notes number 12. And if you don't know, in my Discord server, BB Nick posted a good summary that I pinned. If you go to the Tower of God chat channel, you can find in the pinned messages the summary for the DevNotes 12. So thank you, BB Nick, for making that content. It was really helpful, especially to me that I was uh, I really couldn't read a lot of stuff while I was away on vacation. I didn't really have a lot of time, so that was extremely helpful to get an idea of what we're going to get for the anniversary. So, okay, the first part is just an introduction. We don't really care. And the first thing they mentioned that they already implemented in last week's update is the increase in supply of the Revolution resources. And I must say, like, it's not really the biggest of increases. To be fair, it's just minimal, but it's okay, kind of. At least they kind of doubled the ones we get in the weekly mission, a bit more for some of the resources. But yeah, basically every 10 floors, we're going to get an increment in the resources we get from weekly and monthly missions, which is cool. I hope that we're going to give us a bit more than that, because at floor 70, 60, you only get like double the green fragments, more than double of the orange one, and double the purple ones for the weekly missions. And then the monthly is a bit less than double for the revolution fragments, a bit more than double for the orange ones, and exactly double for purple ones. They could have done more, in my opinion, but it's definitely nice. I mean, additional resources is always a good thing, so it's fine. And they're going to follow a linear increase every 10 floors for all the future floors they're going to release, which is cool. And that also is an okay motivation, I would say, to start pushing. Yeah, I personally like could be a lot higher than I am at the moment. I am like 71.44, if I'm not mistaken. I could push more. I will push more. I was stuck for a week, obviously, because I was on vacation. I didn't want to just sit there and push floors randomly. So yeah, that's the main reason. But I will definitely try to reach at least floor 80. Maybe I can do it. I think so. To get the next increase. So I need to clear floor 80. It's going to be tricky, but I can try it. And yeah, that was the first point, and that's just okay-ish, I'd say. The next point, which is one of the biggest thing we're going to get in July, well, not necessarily, but it's going to be a pretty big one. Especially, it will determine which future the SSR units will have in this game. because currently the level 10 increase, and wait a second, let me just go here in the revolution tab that I added the information here at top. Okay, so if we look at the level 10, which is what the SSR units are supposed to get for the additional nodes, we can see, wait a second, that it's better probably if I zoom in a little bit because I was seeing from the preview that it was not really that clear. But we can see a level 10, the percentages we get are just like 31.5% attack, 23% crit rate, okay. The special move pierce 15.8, basic attack pierce 26, but then level 20 is 100% basic attack pierce, 60% special move pierce, 120% attack. Like the numbers are more or less 4 times higher than the than the level 10 version. A bit less than 4 times, but let's say 4 times for like for easier understanding. And yeah, that's nuts. If they're not going to adjust these percentages for SSR units, which they probably are not going to do. This just means that SSR units, especially DPS, because for the others, still fine. Tanks can still tank, and all the other units, all the supports can still support if they have interesting mechanics. But in general, everyone else, well, probably also warriors because they have shitty substats. But supports, tank, and warriors, they are the ones that are the damaged the least from this. But ranged assassins and mages, they are going to suffer a ton if they cap these percentages as they are now. They are really too low. They make no sense. So SSR units will take a huge hit if they're not going to adjust these values in the when they upgrade, when they release tier 4 to 6 for the SSR units. So we're going to see then how much of an impact or how much damage the SSR units are going to get. And again, as I said, is mostly the DPS units, which is a shame because at that point, Hiwa is still going to be great for lower floors, but probably higher ones, you're not really going to use her that much anymore. And the same for I don't know, Joaquin, Vivi, but units that have percentage scaling in their damage could still be fine. But I don't know, guys, this is really going to be a huge hit for most DPS units. So, okay, they're going to expand it during the anniversary, so July 17. And yeah, not much there, I would say. There's also going to be a race where you have to spend your orange fragments for the revolution, so just try not to spend them. I don't think many of us can compete for the top spots, but at least if there is a completion that you are required to spend X amount of fragments, you might have enough to at least get those, even if you cannot really compete for the top spots and the additional rewards, that will still be fine. Then we have the new teammates introduction, and well, the first one is going to be Baragarb, and this guy has already been released, so I'm going to cover him in a dedicated video, probably the next one that I'm going to release in this channel. I'm still thinking if I should release first the video for Hats or the video for Baragarb. I don't know, we'll see. If you have a preference, just let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm not going to read through the skills because we already know what he does. So I'm going to cover that in the dedicated video. The next unit and the first SSR Plus unit in the anniversary is going to be Hiwa Yahon, Healing Flame. And as guessed in one of my previous video, she is a green support, which I was expecting. So yeah, it's fine. We'll see exactly what her kit looked like. Here they wrote some stuff on her, regarding the ability, some crowd controls that she has, like a knockback and stuff like that. One of the most important things is the resurrection for your frontline units and a self resurrection in her kit. She also has taunt and invincibility when she dies, stuff like that. Not bad at all. She seems to be a really good healer. She will work perfectly fine with regular Yuri. That's what we can expect, I would say, because she resurrects unit, and we saw already with how Child Yuri performs well with Yura, which has a resurrect. This unit is going to have one as well, and it's going to be really, really huge when you pair that with Child Yuri. So this can definitely be a great unit. We just need to see if this resurrection is already inside or included in the basic kit, or if they're going to add it in the ability upgrade in T4 and T5. Because obviously if she already has it in the kit and T4 and Tier 5 are nothing great or nothing special, this means that the unit you can play her with low dupes and she will still be fine. Like even no dupes could be playable. We don't know. And yeah, I would recommend in general, if she doesn't require a lot of dupes to save, like you can just use the version that you receive for free from the pre-registration and just save your resources for Yeon Hirang, which is going to be the next SSR Plus unit we're going to get on at the end of the month on July 31, right? I think so. So yeah, she's definitely going to be a mage. She's definitely going to be a damage dealer. I would say she's going to be purple. We don't know yet, but I'm expecting her to be a purple mage. She could be a yellow mage though, but most likely one of those two. And I'm leaning more towards the purple side of things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that was pretty much all for Hiwa. She's going to be a great support unit. We just don't know how much investment you will be forced to do, but we'll see. Then we have a new green unit, a tank, and Dorsey adult version that we don't really have in the manhwa yet. They kind of went all in with the design, whatever. I don't really care that much. It's fine. Again, she's going to be a tank. We do not really have a lot of expectations from a green unit tank. I think we already have Zahard, which is a great stall tank, and Ran, which with his bull, he can tank fairly well as well. So I don't think we really need a tank, but she might have some interesting things in our kit. What we like, what they tell us in this description is that she's going to have some sort of charm ability to like charm enemies, which could be interesting. Uh, is probably a better version than a taunt or a provoke because charmed enemies will not probably attack you. So that's good. Or maybe they might even attack enemies. We don't know. If it's attacking the enemies, that's going to be really interesting. If it's just they're going to stand there and stare at Endorsi, fine, but we don't know. She's also going to get physical and magic resistance increase. Uh, the more enemies that are fascinated that are around her. Again, depends. If those enemies are not going to attack her, that's just a nice addition, but nothing much. We don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely seems like a good and durable unit. So we'll see exactly what they're going to give her. She also has heals, but that's not really that important since we are getting also Hwayeon. So yeah, she could be interesting. We'll see exactly how the charm effect is going to work. Then we get a special background with some animations. Fine, we're all going to receive it for free. Then we have the first anniversary entertainment section, and this is just going to talk about the non-stop limit break summon event. And this one was a bit disappointing, to be fair, because in here they let you select an SSR Plus. We already kind of expected that from the name when we saw it. The thing is, you cannot select the last released SSR Plus unit, which is Kaiser, and you cannot select the anniversary units. So you can only max an SSR Plus that was released before Kaiser, and that's about it. And it's not even guaranteed to be maxed. We know that we can get a total of 900 summon tickets. We don't know exactly if we're going to receive those for free, if there are going to be any missions attached to that. We don't know that, but we know that we have the possibility for free to get up to 900 pools for those units. And we don't know the rates. We don't know if it's going to be a 2% chance as it is for the black market or if it's going to be higher. We have no idea. But yeah, this will most likely get you from no dupes to Rainbow 5 with a bit of luck. And this is what I was mentioning before when I said I'm going to make a video on recommendation on what to select, like which unit to select for this SSR Plus non-stop limit break event. And yeah, not much I can tell you guys now. I still have to make the right considerations and analysis, but I would say you want to aim for units that one, you would not normally dupe up because they have a power spike at Rainbow 5, but they're basically the same for all the other levels, which could be units like Evan Kell or Evan. Those two could be really valuable picks for this. And you want to kind of avoid units that already perform well at 3 red or something like that. But I would say one of those exceptions could be Ren, because Ren is extremely strong already from 1 red, 3 red. That guy is already a monster. But mages get so many benefits from the sub nodes that I think getting him to Rainbow 5, if you don't have any dupes on him, is still a very valuable pick because Ren is a monster. Other units that really get crazy at Rainbow 5 could be Child Yuri, because like her special move is what makes her, basically. So you really want her to spam that thing. And she also gets the assassination energy, which is going to be super helpful for her and Jinsung. But okay, I'm already speaking too much about this. I'm going to cover all of this in a dedicated video. So if you're wondering which unit you should pick, just wait for that video. And then if you have any additional questions, just let me know or let us know in the Discord server, and someone will be able to support you in your decision. The other part, let me see if there is anything more. Okay, they also mentioned something for whales, let's say. So if you have all units maxed, then you're going to get a chest with revolution resources and things to upgrade your ignition weapons, which is huge. I'm also considering if I want to max the units that I've left before the anniversary just for this, but we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely a nice addition for all the whales that have maxed the units, and we also have that for SSR teammates, which is going to be trickier probably to get. At least for me, I still have a lot of units with like blue tier or green tier, so whatever. But yeah, they also took into account whales that had all the units maxed out already. The second thing we get, other than this SSR Plus, Limitless, whatever that was called, non-stop limit break summon event, we're also going to get a chest, that was the one showed here, that is going to allow you to select a unit older than the bar garb. So again, not the last unit and not the anniversary units. You can pick any unit before that and max it out to Rainbow 5 directly. And yeah, again, if you have it maxed, you can just get the resources to max out his revolution and stuff. That's really good. So yeah, I'm also going to cover who to pick for the SSR. Is going to be maybe easier, maybe trickier. I don't know for certain, to be honest. For SSR, I still haven't thought that much, and most of the questions were for the SSR Plus. But in that video, I'm also going to consider the SSR units and recommend which one to pick based on different situations that you might be in. Then we're going to get a title and a background. Okay, cool. We're going to get a report gift that I would say do not use it, like on anyone. It's just a plus 200 report on any unit, but this is just more, it's better just to keep it. I hope they give us an option to lock it because I don't want to use it by mistake when I'm upgrading the report of my units. It's just going to stay there for collection sake, basically. Then we have the big like Suspendium celebration, Suspendium festival, however they want to call it. We can use like Suspendium or like this one is a bit trickier. We can like combine Suspendium with other resources to get a limited time Suspendium that we can use to buy stuff on a shop, basically. So we don't know exactly what we can acquire. They said Revolution currency, whetstones, SSR grade teammates, and more. We don't know the quantities. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you will be required to spend quite a bit of suspendium probably. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I hope they are going to show like to give us a ton of resources there with this event. Then we're also going to get a new mini game. I have no idea what that is. Whatever. Probably it's more like a Tetris kind of thing, but I don't know if you gotta pop something. I have no idea. No idea. I don't even want to speculate on that. We're going to get a new mini game. Let's just hope the rewards are worth it. Then we're going to get the check-in event for the part 2. We're going to get the a new story with the missions related to that. We're going to get the invite a friend event, which is going to be tricky. And I don't know exactly what these like missions are going to ask us because I don't know Korean. I haven't translated the pictures here, but basically you can send a code to a friend that is below stage 740. So we might have to create additional accounts because I don't think many people will be below 740 anyway. So you will have to create up to 3 alt accounts that you can link to your own. And then you have to complete missions on both accounts, if I'm not mistaken, like both the teacher and the student. And as a student, you can borrow, it seems, more times the units from your teacher or something like that. I don't know. And then you're going to get rewards based on the missions you complete. The teacher is not really going to get a lot of stuff, like 15 black market tickets. I don't know if this is going to be for every friend. It seems so, because here we see 3 different profiles, 03, 04, this one has a name. And when they reach 50 out of 50 of I don't know what, you're going to get a point and you're going to get first a title, then a background, and then 15 black market summons. So the max amount of stuff you can get are 15 black market tickets, which is nothing, I would say. So if you cannot be bothered with this, just don't do it and just ignore it. The student will have to do a lot more things. Here we can imagine this is going to be 7th floor, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Probably they have to reach up to floor 10, maybe more. I have no idea. And then they're going to get 100 fragments of these SSR plus, whatever, SSR plus shards. We also get some points and a shop to exchange stuff, but I don't know how many points we're going to get, which are the conditions. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah. What else? We also have a new PvP mode. This is going to be with our own links, so it's not going to be reduced to 240 like the high rank arena. This is going to be with your own links, and it's going to be like a cross-server kind of event. And yeah, I didn't really read it in that much detail. You will you will be required to be, I think, up higher. Yeah, okay, it's written here, higher than floor 54, so that you can join here. And Yeah, they're planning on reducing the amount of participants. There are different ranks. It's more or less like a League of Legends kind of thing, and you get rewards based on wins and losses. I don't really know exactly how how much of a whale you need to be. Obviously, if your links are higher, you have a higher chance of winning. But then I don't know. Here there are some options. I couldn't really bother. I don't really care that much about PvP. We'll see after we play it how it exactly plays out. But I don't know. Just I don't really care that much. I don't have high links. I will just lose out from a lot of people. So whatever. I don't know. I don't care. And if you guys are not like spenders or whales, you probably cannot even join this. So whatever. I think it's just mostly relevant for most people, but it's definitely a good content for whales to motivate them to spend more in the game and stuff like that. So it's fine. Then we have some quality of life upgrades. We get a recommendation of which like ignition weapon set is best on a unit. Again, ignition weapons are highly situational. I don't think they're also going to recommend hybrids. So they're only going to recommend full sets for units, in my opinion. That's what I think they're going to do. And here, like they're recommending two sets in this screenshot with Zahar. They're recommending Bergamot and Sela. And that's fine. I think those recommendations are good, but you can, like most of the times, you also want to run him with an L set so that he can like spam the special move against shields. And this is not recommended here. So it's going to be nice, but I wouldn't rely on it too much, I would say. It's good to like, and they also said it here. Note that these are suggested based on the intended design and may not always be the absolute best combination. So again, take the recommendation with a grain of salt. They could be the right ones. They could be generally good, but there might be some situational ignition weapons that are better than others. Like for example, they are never going to recommend Ryana on Escanor, pretty sure, but Ryana is one of the best sets on him. Still, I would say even now that we can overcap resistances, I would say Ryana is still a really good one because the AoE silence that you can do at the beginning of the fight is going to be really, really helpful. So yeah, they are never going to recommend it. They are probably going to recommend Myeongo, which I think is really one of the safest options now that we can overcap resistances, but I don't know. Like these kind of things could happen. There might be some situational ignition weapons that they do not recommend, but that's fine. What they're also going to do now is increase the amount of evasion and accuracy that we're going to get from the archive, like by one additional point. So instead of giving us one accuracy and one evasion, they give us two accuracy and two evasion per unit, which is going to be pretty beneficial, I would say. In my case, I have around 70 accuracy from archive, so it's going to be a 70 accuracy increase on all my units, which is never bad, I would say. Then we get a World Boss event. So multiple people will be joining on this fight. It's going to be a multi-round battle. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. And is kind of like you compare your server with other servers, like as we can see in this screenshot here on the right. You see server one, first position, server two, second position. So all the people in your server will like add up their damage in this fight, and then we're going to see which server is the best one. And again, it's kind of unfair to newer servers unless they kind of even out the link levels. But even then, people with ignition weapons will definitely win. So I don't know. It's tricky, it's interesting, but nothing much. We'll see. What else did they have here? Okay, yeah, they mentioned the thing I mentioned before. If you have all SSR Plus units maxed, you will have access to a special market or whatever where you can exchange stuff for Revolution, etc. So here they mention Revolution Tier 6 and all additional stats for up to one SSR Plus teammate, which is great for whales. So that's it. Okay, guys, that was all for the dev notes. I don't think I missed anything. I didn't really talk a lot about the event, but it's the usual stuff, the usual event exchange shop. They might have more Revolution stuff in there, but we don't know. Everything else I should have covered. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know if you have any questions, doubts, or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.